Entertainment, vicious, what? Vicious entertainment. Why?
Here today, gone tomorrow, some shit hard to believe it. They say the good die young, we lost our faith in Jesus. Said a tip for the homie, kids won't see him for Christmas. No mama cooking on holidays, we ignore the season. Skeletons in the...
Yes, before we go into this, really more into this video, 607 spoke about Elon Musk being the Antichrist. And remember, we told you about Elon Musk and all the dark stories that we've been hearing. So please go and check Unc out on, Beyond 5D.
Number of divine. Everything I do between 3, 6, and 9. Notice every time we do an interview, I tell you to start at 6. Every time somebody give me some money, they gotta give it to me at 3s. So they gotta give me $1 plus $2, that's 3. $120, that's 3, right? $1,500, that's 6, right? So everything go in that frequency. Einstein said it best: if you want to control the world, think frequencies and numbers, because numbers is the divine. Like Abraxas. Abraxas means the number of the year. So every letter came from numbers, right? So we get these numbers and then we turn them into letters. But they trick us with the numbers when they added the 0. The 0 is the number that don't belong. And multiplication is off too. But we're gonna talk about that later.
It was interesting. I'm not
Here today, gone tomorrow, some shit hard to believe it. They say the good die young, we lost our faith in Jesus. Said a tip for the homie, kids won't see him for Christmas. No mama cooking on holidays, we ignore the season. Skeletons in the closet, shadow boxing with demons. Skeletons in the closet, shadow boxing with demons. No stimulus check for
reincarnation. You get to come back and get in another body. Right? Because you got too many attachments. You can't carry attachments because you begin to be too heavy. Right? So, you love your mama, you love your girl, you love everybody. But that attachment will keep you stuck. You got to learn to love while observing. Because you're supposed to observe the law. Observe the land. You're a creator. We observe our creations. God neither need praise. So I don't need no praise. I just want to observe. Just like God. Because I'm God. I'm not going to intervene. I'm not going to interfere. So when you have these attachments, as you call addictions, in the spiritual world, you come back to earth. You get reincarnated.
So you're saying that the people that live their life with addiction, they actually reincarnate. So
yeah, but it's not just addiction of drugs, right? You can talk about drugs. See, a person can't be addicted to drugs. Listen, everything is internal before it comes external. So for a person to be addicted to drugs, they gotta be addicted to something in their own mind. They gotta be addicted to pain. The memories gotta keep on spinning in their mind before they look for something to console it. See, when you do the physical drugs, it's only the reaction of what's already played forth in your mind. You lost control of your mind before you did it on the outside. What don't the fuck you understand?
So trauma is the beginning of addiction.
Yeah, from the mind. Everything comes from the mind first. As a man think, so he is. So if you want to stop it, control your mind. The rich stay rich off of death. Let me tell you something. The Rockefellers, they invented the get rich scheme that nobody used. It's called whole life insurance policy. So what you do is you tap everything to a whole life insurance policy, all your businesses, all your assets, everything, and you borrow money up into that. And your policy is 20 million. And say when you die, you get 20 million in there. So your family get 20 million. Right? And then all your assets in there, you don't have to pay taxes on. It's only gonna be the taxes at the time that you got it. It ain't gonna go through the whole tax thing. That's how Donald Trump kept all his property. That's why they say he don't pay taxes. So y'all don't pay attention. So nobody know financial literacy.
But then they're addicted to money though. They don't know financial literacy, but they're addicted to trying to paper chase and make the money,
No,
but don't even know how to.
everybody's addicted. The females are addicted to love. So they running around with people that make them feel good. Instead of being with the man that's right. The man that's doing the right thing, they're going to be with the man that make them feel good. See, everybody worried about feelings. But I'm going to tell you this. Your feelings going to drive you to a brick wall.
Illuminati and half street gang.
Yeah, can you explain that? How do you become half Illuminati and half street?
Right, listen. So I'm half Illuminati because I understand the power. I understand this world is a simulation and that what we live in today is really not a world, right? But I'm street because I'm from the streets and it's hard for me to kind of like understand this because I want to use my physical so much. But now I understand it's not a physical world and I don't try to use my physical as much. But I'm half Illuminati and half street because good is bad, right? And bad is good. Right, when Jesus came from the bad people, and he told the bad people you were good, right? So when Paul, who was really Saul, he was a killer, he was a murderer, he was just like me, and Jesus turned him good. That should have told y'all there that bad is good, but y'all still didn't understand. And then the second thing that Jesus said, I saw y'all comments, they act like I don't understand the Bible. I read the Bible, I wrote it. That's what my mama. I wrote it just like you.
Slavery and like that.
Slavery never happened.
What?
It never happened. Let me tell you, it never happened. It never happened. Listen, all they did was they defeated the Moors. Well, after they like backdoored the Moors and like that, they act like slavery happened. So they killed everybody and they woke you up and told you, this you free. They woke you up and told you you was free, but you was never a slave. Oh, and they stole 4,000 years when they was at it. You don't know. But when we woke up, all the noses was shot off. The city was different. But you was so stupid because they told you that all these pyramids was built by only had rocks and bricks and like this. So you was just stupid. They just told you that shit. You went for it.
So
Technology been around. They just give it to you a little bit at a time because they stole 4,000 years. Right? So if I steal 4,000 years, I give it to you a little bit at a time. That's why you like get the iPhone, the 13 come out, next thing the 14. Like the fuck? I ain't used the 13 yet because they got 30 of them done already. Right. Shout out to Elon Musk. Yeah, the world in the
Grand Rising everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here on the We Are VishusTv, and I got a special one today, and we talking about 607 Unk. Now, I know a lot of people probably don't know about 607 Unk, but I know a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? I know the young Generation Z know about 607 Unk, but I'm gonna put it like this. Before we go into it, I want to thank everybody, all the listeners, all the subscribers, and all, you know, the people that show us mad love from over the years, because therefore we going into, you know what I'm saying, the greatest time in human history. You know what I mean? So I want to tell everybody we're going on a live tomorrow night at 10 p.m. and we talking about these generation curses. And like I said, I really want to go deep off in there because the fact is we got to start breaking these curses. So join us tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on Rumble / the Locale channel. And please, you know what I'm saying? Please, you know what I'm saying? Go to the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? We Are VishusTv and subscribe because we want to go on and live stream on that platform as well on YouTube. You know what I mean? Because right now we at 33 subscribers. We need 50. We need 50 subscribers. And I just hope everybody just gone and, you know, gone and hit it up. You know what I'm saying? We only need 17 more subscribers on YouTube. Please come in and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? If you catch the latest video. But we're going into 607 Unk. You know what I'm saying? He's been making his presence known here for the last year. Well, maybe 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I just learned from you know, about 10 months ago, and found out that he used to work with, you know, a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry. Like I said, especially, you know, Nelly. He the one who wrote that down baby. He the one who wrote that one for Nelly, and he said Nelly turned it gay. You know what I'm saying? Because it really was a riding song. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, you know, pulling your street sweeper and cock it back and let it go. That's what he was talking about. But you know, he said Nelly, he took it, made it out of nursery rhyme, and he made it gay. I'm just saying, this man got a you know, he said he got a mouthful of words, and I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying, he be telling a lot of truth. He be throwing a lot of gems. But if you listen to this guy, if you go check him out, please, you know what I'm saying, please, you know what I'm saying, put your discernment on, because the fact is, he gives a lot of truth, but you know what I'm saying, he give a lot of bullshit facts too. Because like we told you, you know what I'm saying, you know, he you know, when you in the industry, you have to sell your soul to the Baphomet. And you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, please, you know what I'm saying, don't get this man twisted. Listen to him by the, you know, take it by the grain of salt, because this guy, you know what I'm saying, he be speaking out, he be telling about some real stuff. So, you know, and I just want to say, you know, we talked about this one. We're talking about in Genesis when God said He made man in His own image. It also said we made man in our image, according to our likeness. That's, you know, and we were telling y'all, that was showing that proof of the DNA. Our DNA was manipulated and was spliced into male and female components. So don't get it wrong, 607 he be speaking some real shit, but he also be dropping that, you know what I'm saying, half truth too. So, you know what I'm saying, just please, you know what I'm saying, you know, take him by the grain of salt. But like I said, a lot of stuff he be talking about, it be 1,000. And like I said, this when it said we made man in our image, and God made man in our image and in His image, you know, it also said we made man in our image, according to our likeness. If you don't believe me, go look it up. Any Bible speaks this. You know what I'm saying? The New Testament, the Old Testament, it says that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, we already know, some of us already know the Bible is numbered like a, you know, it's like a little, you know, it's like a little toolkit. You know, you can just, you know, you can take it, you know, and really, you know, decipher the words. You know what I mean? Because, you know, it might mean one thing, but it means the other. You know what I mean? We already know that Bible is man-made. You know what I mean? Man wrote, not man-made, written. So I'm just saying, 607 you know what I mean? Like I said, he be throwing some real jewels out there. And I just want to ask people, you know what I'm saying, just take it by the grain of salt. And you know what I'm saying, if it resonates with you, you know what I'm saying, believe me, it's some truth. But if it seems like it go over your head and you really can't understand it, please, you know what I'm saying, do your research. Because 9 out of 10, if it go over your head, if it can't make no sense out of it, that's some bullshit. I'm just saying, because your soul know everything. And like I said, they know, and he know what he have to do. He's working for, you know, the God of this world. That's what he was speaking about when he said that in Genesis, when God made man in our image. He was talking about the God of this world. And we already know Satan, you know, runs this material world. But also we know the material world is diminishing. You know what I'm saying? We going into a spiritual shift. And that's what our 607 Unc was talking about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff that was been told was some bullshit. He was talking about slavery that never happened here in America. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, like I said, he was saying is some gems. You know, we need to take it. And really, you know what I'm saying, do some major, you know what I'm saying, research on it and clearly understanding this stuff. You know what I mean? So this is what I really had to go and you know, post out, because, you know, a lot of people, I see a lot of people kind of, you know, they want to get on his train, but some people just like, you know, I don't know, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you got to go listen to him, check him out, and you know what I'm saying, when you get, whatever you get off of this guy, you know what I mean, you know, if you get some gems off of it, that means some truth. If it go behind you, if it go over your head and you really can't figure it out, if you go do your research on what he was saying, you still can't figure out, you found the lie. I'm telling you, because your soul know the truth. Yo, and thank y'all for being who y'all are and being, you know, saying great listeners and subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Go on and hit that like button. Go on and hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? We are me and my brother, Dickie Jr., we both Geminis, you know what I'm saying? We going out and passing the message, you know what I'm saying? All my Gemini team, you know what you gotta do. We on that spiritual run. Like I said, most of us is chosen ones. You know what I'm saying, 144,000. Also, 607, Unc was talking about the 144,000. You know, he was talking about them are the chosen ones. Them are the ones who always, you know, keep the Most High on their mind and keep love in their heart. You know what I'm saying? And open, and he said it out his own mouth. Like I said, he put a lot of gems out there too, because you know why they do that, so they can lure you in. So you thinking, you know, that's what all these cult leaders do. You know what I'm saying? They tell you half truth so they can lure you in. And then when they lure you in, then they can go on and do Satan's work. I'm Dice Game G here on We Are VishusTv. We was talking about 607 Unc. You know what I'm saying? And I suggest people go check him out, because like I said, he be throwing a lot of good jewels. You know what I'm saying? But please, use your discernment. I love y'all, and I'm out.
I'm glad you said think, because people don't know the mind actually does not think, right? See, thinking is a skill that they don't tell you don't have. You go outside, you go.
That's just the devil speaking. Hurricanes and tornadoes, that's Jesus getting even. Lie to the world for Donald Trump, foolish if you believe it. Black women never matter, we protest for freedom. March in the street and hold a sign, we just wanna be equal. Here today, gone tomorrow, some shit hard to believe it. They say the good